Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, this episode's about Kanye. This is not a Black History moment. There's no cutaways. This is just like, yo, we really need to, there gotta be conversations about this dude. You know what I'm saying? And I hate saying it in that manner because it's like, yo, the best solution to this problem is to not give it the attention that it desires. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, Kanye is just living off of the contradicting comments, the you know what I'm saying? He's living off of just being that dude who's just saying wild, random stuff. And we're eating, because we're feeding into it, and he's eating. And he's like, yeah. And everybody's, as long as his name is talked about, that's all we get. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if there's one critique that I have to say, and especially to other Black show hosts, you know what I'm saying, podcasts or whatever you want to call them, television show, night show, radio show, nobody's challenging what he's saying. Nobody, they're letting him speak and say this stuff, and they're not really, yo, for real, come on, no, you got to break this down. No, explain this into detail. We got time, please. I can't let you just say this wild stuff and not interact back. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because everybody has different things they're hating on. There's a whole bunch of people who have his back. They're like, oh man, that stuff he said about the Jews. Alright, cool. When you're a Black person, that isn't even your issue. Your issue is the George Floyd thing, which again seems to be a lot of people overlooking that. Everybody's got his back on this anti-Semitic joint. And then when you bring that up, they're like, oh man, but did you see the documentary? I don't need to see the documentary. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the part that got me. You allowed that man to say what he said. And the thing is, I don't know what the anti-Semitic comments really are. First and foremost, one, I think nobody is above being critiqued or talked about or exposed and having dirty laundry. That's first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is above that. You know what I'm saying? Outright hate speech, everybody deserves the respect of not having that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Black people are finding themselves divided on that is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's not about who went through more stuff and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you know, also Kanye said, you know what I'm saying? He's the original Jews. If you know your history, you understand that. I'm pretty sure the average Jewish person understands that. You know what I'm saying? That's not the, you know what I'm saying? I'm lost on what the real comment, and when you try to find it, it's cloaked and everything. And I think that's the problem too. Like with the Nori thing is an issue because they put that stuff out there. That's his people who put that out there. That's the clip. Shaq was on the Drink Champs, and he was asked. There's a thing where they do like, who you riding with, this person or that person, and if you go both, you got to take a drink. And the conversation was Scarface or Ice Cube, and he was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to take a drink. And they was quiet, you know, they was like, yo, for real? He was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I know both of these dudes personally, they my peoples, and I know how the editing staff and the marketing team and all this will do it. Be like, yo, he hated on so and so and show love to such as. And then a lot of times that gets so blown out of proportion that now there's phone calls being made and you're like, nah, they ain't even like that. The sensationalism of it. That's what that was. That stuff that we all see on social media and all this, and everybody's talking about, it's that one clip. It's that clip. You know what I'm saying? When people go out their way to find the 10 seconds or the 5 minutes of Kanye saying something remarkably sensible. The other side of that is, before he got there, it was stupid. After that, it was stupid. You know what I'm saying? And people do that. They're like, when he was saying a bunch of wild stuff out there in Wyoming, they be like, oh, but people forget about this part. Like, hold on. We heard like a good 25 minutes of just the wildest rant. You showed us 3 minutes of something sensible. Yet 3 minutes still does not hold weight against 25 minutes. And that's the problem. Like, Kanye says so much that people are actually digging through it to find the good stuff. The George Floyd thing is distasteful. It's distasteful because now you're bringing that vibe back. You're bringing that thing back up, and everybody's back into they zone again. We're like, yo, yeah. You know, and the fact that you said it the way you said it, and you said what you said about it, makes it even crazier. Because now people are like, yo, this is what it is. This is what it was. Like, yo, I can't believe that. Anyway, and that becomes an issue in itself. And nobody wants to like talk about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you bring that up? And to say what you said is just like, yo, it's wild. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. And then the killer only got like a few years. It's not like he did life. It's not like he's gonna do life. You know what I'm saying? We're already seeing that these cops are getting off, and you bring that in. Oh, well, you know what? It really wasn't that. What are we talking about? We're talking about a documentary that is against us. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a man buying a platform that already is a platform against us. What is he going to do with that platform? Is he going to tear that down and rebuild it? Is he going to do the Jay-Z title type thing? Or is he going to keep it where it is? A platform, by the way, unless you're in that world, nobody's ever heard of. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kanye buying that has made that popular. And again, now people starting to look at the platform to see what it's about. You're giving them buzz. You're giving them buzz. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, if I had to be honest, when everybody's like, oh man, they're going against Kanye. They're not going against Kanye. Kanye seems to be the only one that doesn't understand he had an expiration date. He is expired on that level. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. When the Kardashians leave you, it's downhill from there. That's just the truth. Kanye is the only one that is like, no, I'm going to figure out a way where that doesn't happen to me. And good for him. The problem is he's doing so much damage across the board, trying to not take that L. You know what I'm saying? Pete Davidson took a L. Won't even with him. Like, it was like, yo, season's a wrap. The new season's, their next move. We don't need you anymore. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye. He's out here tripping. You know what I'm saying? You look at all of these dudes that have dealt with them, finding themselves in those wild situations, especially when it comes to being a part of that show. It's a wild thing. But man, he ain't understanding. If you look at the time frame on when all of these businesses were dealing with him, they were dealing with him as Mr. Kardashian. That was around the time he was married to her. That's an extra plug. That's an extra plug for these businesses. Like, hey, Kanye's married to Kim. Kim is Kim. We're going to ride with you, and we're going to blow up even more. Your little rap fans, that's cool. And half of his rap fans came through within that. There's a lot of people that don't remember those albums pre-Kim Kardashian. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of those people now talking about College Dropout. You know what I'm saying? Late Registration. They ain't talking about that. They have no idea about that time frame. You know what I'm saying? They don't remember them producing joints for Quali and Mos Def and Common and all that. They don't remember them joints. They hear and further up. That's it. They boom, boom. They don't remember those times. You know what I'm saying? They're in a whole nother lane. These are fans who came after they got together. You know what I'm saying? That was the old jump. Hip hop producer. Oh snap. There he here. His whole joint just elevated. They're divorced. It's official. They're divorced. It's back to being. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these companies are like, yo, we don't need you no more, man. We're good now. We're straight. And he's giving you this vibe like, yo, it's because I'm nah. It's because you had an expiration date. Your time is up now. She's not dealing with you. They're not dealing with you. They were her peoples. They were looking at it like this is the double up on the fame. You know what I'm saying? It's like when he was telling Sway he ain't got the answers. The answer was to do it yourself. He was so caught up in the mix where, yo, all of these people coming to me now. I'm going to ride out with them. I'm going to be a part of this joint. I'm going to rock with it. In the next 2 to 3 years, all of that stuff is going to if it's slowly drying up now, it's going to be gone. And Kanye's going to be back to what it was he didn't want to be. And again, and even the people who was still rocking with him, they're going to slowly stop. It's going to slowly, unless he continues to do what he's doing. And that is this wild thing. And at that point, it's not going to happen. Because it's Floyd, the family of George Floyd is actually going to be suing him. So that's going to be a thing. And there's going to be some money paid out. There's going to be some money paid out. And then once that happens, all these people who also felt like they was wrong by his comments are going to start coming at him. And it's going to happen. All because we gave that man the attention. All because nobody took the time to confront his comments on air. You know what I'm saying? Nobody let the man speak. Tucker Carlson gonna let the man speak. You know what I'm saying? These people are letting this dude say what he say. Pierce gonna let him speak. They ain't challenging nothing for real. They ain't hardballing for real. They ain't like, yo, nah. You tripping on this. What is wrong with you? Nobody is doing that. And a lot of times nobody does that because you don't want that. You don't want that whole vibe of I'm not coming back again. That's where the money at. Salute to Nori. Nori bragged about how, yo, that joint got more views than Sunday football. And we all know how Sunday football is. If you're listening and you ain't in America, the NFL is big. Nobody wants to challenge the NFL. Fox did it for a hot second and was holding it down with 24 in those early seasons. Like, it is a thing to go against the NFL. Like, you know how, like, if your numbers do modestly great during the NFL, they're gonna keep that show. Fresh Prince, they kept that empire. That's why they keep those shows. No matter how much we may think those shows suck, and I ain't saying those shows suck. I'm saying no matter how much you think a show sucks, if the numbers are okay, yo, if the numbers can still be decent during a Monday night, because sometimes, yeah, you know, there's gonna be some matchups nobody wants to watch, and then there's gonna be the matchups. Especially during the latter of the season when records are starting to be better, and you really start to see, oh yeah, this is a good matchup, and you still can get them numbers, yo. So for Nori to go, yo, my numbers are better than all of Sunday's football, but is it worth it? Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Salute to Kanye being not desperate enough to go the Vlad route. You know what I'm saying? He's not on the Vlad route or the Vlad knockoff routes. He's still like the Drake Champs are their own thing. And by the way, BET was talking about, I don't even think that was, I don't even know, what was it? Realest, podcast of the year. I don't think was that a real award? But a lot of it happened because so many of these dudes' podcasts, so many of these women's podcasts are set in drama, and the views come. know what I'm saying? Drink Champs got viewed more this year than last year, more than they ever had. Mainly because Kanye came up there and he said what he said about so many people that then they went and got those people and had those conversations. And it was like, yo, all of a sudden that was the joint. If you don't know how Drink Champs work, Drink Champs started out as it was just a salute to the legends. It was a salute to people doing their thing, and y'all sat around, y'all talked, y'all build, y'all, you know what I'm saying? You interacted, yeah. And a lot of times he strayed away from certain dramas, and sometimes he was just like, yo, I gotta ask, man, on some honesty, yo, how did this happen? And it was great stories. You know what I'm saying? Kanye comes and disturbs the whole joint. Now he's down there in the Vladish. They're in the Vlad territory, and the views are coming, and the whole dynamic is shifted. You know what I'm saying? Now you're nothing more than what the Breakfast Club is. Now you know nothing more than what Vlad is. Now you're nothing more than what Dialogue is. Where it's a lot of bitterness in your storytelling, because now there's a lot of animosity in your storytelling. Versus like, yo, there was a time we was out here bugging, hey, and yeah, we had that beef, and this is how the beef started, and yo, we cool now. I couldn't remember, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, just happily reminiscing, going, God, I'm glad nobody died on our watch. I'm glad everybody's okay on our watch. I'm glad money was still made on our watch. I can go out here and see that person and shout them out, give love, you know what I'm saying, and hang out, do shows with. What Kanye has brought to the game is a whole nother level there. There's a whole nother bitterness on that show. And again, it's like, yo, they bring some other joints up and everything's what it is, but you know what I'm saying, there's a wild dynamic on that. And to let those comments think, because that's the thing, when you see that comment about George Floyd, Nori ain't really saying it. Nori steps in slightly. It's like when you go to the pool and you ain't prepared for the water to be that cold. You like, ooh, hold on. I wasn't ready for that yet. I wasn't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like you weren't prepared for it, so you fall back for a minute and yeah. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? He definitely did not challenge those comments. Kanye is not being challenged on those comments. Somebody needs to challenge him on his comments. You know what I'm saying? And he's picking and choosing who to ride with, who to do these joints with. And it's like, yo, come on, man. That's all I'm saying. We need to yo. Kanye is, yo, like I said, he's a brilliant dude. And if you let anybody speak long enough, you're going to agree with a lot of stuff. You're going to disagree with a lot of stuff. But some of his stuff is just outright. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just wrong. It is what it is, man. We need to talk to him, man. Like, let Kanye tell us about these iPhones or something. Like how these iPhones are way invasive. You know what I'm saying? Word is, by the way, as I switch topics for a hot second, the iPhones, you can't rock these new iPhones that do 911 joint on roller coasters. That's the word. You get on a roller coaster and you start shaking and dropping and moving. People are like, yo, is he dead? What's going on? Is he alright? This was a massive crash you were in. It's too invasive, man. Too invasive. We get in a fight. Somebody body slams you. Too invasive. You go out here playing football, somebody tackles you. Too invasive. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's already crazy when you're around like all of this smart house stuff. And sometimes you be like, yo, they picking up on certain words. They picking up on, you know what I'm saying? Your phone already picks up on certain words. You'll have a conversation with somebody about whatever. Get on your phone and there's some ads for that. It's already too invasive anyway. Let Kanye tell us about that. Let Kanye be like, yo, they trying to get at us. You know what I'm saying? It's mind control. Tell us something, you know what I mean? That'll hit us all. You know, the White Lives Matter shirts. Come on, man. You can't feed into that. You gotta stop rocking with Candace Owens. You can't let that, you can't feed into all that. You gotta fall back and be like, it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna get into that. We need to just ignore this brother. Let him go on his tours, and keep these numbers low on these sites and these shows. Let them numbers be low. When somebody posts something about what Kanye doing, that's the joint you ignore. Keep it moving. Don't engage on that. No likes, no comments. Let that stay to itself. Keep it low. So then they'll be like, yo, nobody's dealing with this anymore. Find something else. Because as long as people still feel the need to speak on it, that means it's hot fire. We gotta rock. This is that joint that'll get our pages up. This is that joint that'll get our views up. This is what they'll listen to. This is what they'll check out. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start, just ignore this brother, man. Let him go about his business. I've spent too much time talking about him myself on this right here. You know what I'm saying? I've spent too much time talking about him. With that being said, I know some people are like, yo, what happened? What's up? You still doing the Black History joint? We still doing the Black History joint. I gotta go back and find some of these shows where I did it and figure out what's what, because time is moving for one. Two, I'm trying to do a lot of other stuff also. So with trying to do a lot of these other things, I got caught up. I'm getting caught up in a lot of joints. My mind is all over the place. We doing some stuff here and there with the actual live at the Oasis show. Shout out to Legal Crime. We're trying to do some other stuff with this podcast. We're trying to do some other stuff here and work on some projects. So the mind is always zoning. And I'm like, yo, this time I got a new thing now called Sunday Soul Session. I'm falling behind on that a little bit. I put out some soul music, a nice little joint, about an hour and a half of good music. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mind is, I'm all over the place right now. So it's weird to try to fall back on and stuff, but the Black History joints, they are coming. Salute to everybody who's listens all over the world. Thank y'all, East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. Lost Boys, I like that, man. It's always dope to, you know what I'm saying, even when the numbers go up and down, you know what I'm saying? Even when the numbers go up and down, it's always dope to be like, yo, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? A couple of new countries, a couple of new cities, and rock out with me. Thank y'all so much for listening. And just, yo, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So, by no means have I stopped or gotten away from the Black History moment. Our world, our time is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, man. This is what we do. You know what I mean? I just feel sometimes you gotta address stuff, man. Sometimes you gotta be like, yo, this is going on, and this is what's going on. This, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be like, yo, what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The NBA is back. The NFL is wild. Sometimes you gotta, the MLB, the baseball got the playoffs. Hockey is coming back. Everybody's doing their joints right now. And you know what I mean? Music shows had their you know, it is what it is. And the holiday seasons is coming around. Females is out here dressing like they don't understand that. Dudes is dressing like they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? The average temperature out here in Ohio is like, in Cincinnati is for weeks, it's like about 50 something. You know what I'm saying? And when that 80 degree day hit, everybody wants to go like, yo, it's time to put the shorts back on and the wife beaters. And yo, did you just have a jacket on for like 2 days prior? Then you like, yeah, nah, we good. It's summertime again. I'm about to go out here and kick it like such. And they out here with that thing, and they can't stop coughing, and they hocking up all kind of wildness. You know what I'm saying? This is what we talking about. Fights is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to go to a Walmart. I don't know about where y'all at across the world. I don't even know where y'all at in America, but y'all know. It's hard to go up in these Walmarts now. Walmarts be out. Yo, it's almost like there's something in the air. It's like, wear your face mask, because if you inhale that stuff, all of a sudden you fighting over, like, literally the smallest joint, like anything. I'm seeing people fighting parents. I'm seeing people fighting workers. I'm seeing midgets fight. I don't even know. Yo, you know how wild it has to be to find more than one midget in the same area that's not part of some type of program? Like, you think about, on a regular basis of your life, you've never seen two midgets at the same time in your life, unless there was something jumping off somewhere where they needed small people. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. Never, ever. Think about it. Just stop for a second. Think about the last time you just out and about at a restaurant, shopping. You know what I'm saying? You go to the park, you know what I'm saying, to kick it. Go to an amusement park and chill and see more than one midget. Nope, it don't happen. So when you see 3 midgets fighting in a Walmart, you're like, yo. First of all, you're looking for TLC cameras. You're looking for something. You're looking for cameras because you're like, yo, y'all got to be part of a TV show. There's no way that there's no local groups running around here going. And for the small people, little people group, and then like a whole group of them huddle, and they take day trips together and just start like, day trip, and then they go to the spas, and they go in here and they out at the mall. That don't happen. You know what I'm saying? You barely see that with obese people. You know what I'm saying? Let me take that back. You do see that with some big girls. Shout out to big girls, because big girls stick together. Until like one of them start losing weight, they're like, oh, she thinks she cute, and then they don't kick it with her no more. And she's like, yo, I'm still the same person. Now you're not. You ain't big like us no more. So, you know, it is what it is. Old people still hang out together. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing worse than watching old people fight. Old people fighting is the scariest thing, because you're like, yo, the swing may cause a heart attack. The swing may cause some damage. The connection may kill somebody. The miss and the fall on the floor could be fatal. And you're just like, yo, no, pops, y'all can't be out here fighting like that. Nah. And you know what I'm saying? Somebody get hit, they whole dentures come falling out. Yo, it's just people fighting in wheelchairs. People fighting people who are in wheelchairs. It's just, yo, man, Walmart is something in the air, man. You see all kinds of, and over stupid stuff like the line long. I can't believe this line long. And then they fight the person in front of them who got like 3 items. You got a whole shopping cart, they got 3 items. You know what I'm saying? And the real reason the line is held up is because the person who was checking out got somebody else's food stamp card, and that food stamp card ain't really had all that money on it for real. And it's like, yo, and they trying to decide what they gonna take back. And it's like, yo, take it all back, man. You just moved, man. You shouldn't have did what you did anyway. Broke. You knew you was broke before you got here. And then, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We was in a Kroger. I'm gonna tell you just how wild it is. Here's a quick story. We was in a Kroger. It was on Thursday. We had went to Kroger, went home early, and did some other stuff. It was like, yo, we gotta go back to Kroger to get this, because sometimes some certain, y'all know how it is. All these stores, we got a Walmart, Target, Myers, Kroger's, and everybody is out here trying to compete with certain prices and certain products. So it's like, yo, this particular week, Kroger was the cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Because inflation is ridiculous. I've told y'all before, inflation is wild. You know what I'm saying? Them small boxes of cereal, the smallest box that you would think they don't even make anymore. Them small joints, they don't even come with anything on it in it. It's just a small box that used to be like $2, $2.50. It's $3.50 now, close to $4, $3.89 now for the smallest box. The small $3.89 was the joints you got for the family size joints, right? The family size was the $3.98 joints. The smallest box is like $3.98 in certain stores. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Walmart got them joints for like $3, which is still unacceptable. But whatever. I guess might have them for $2.50. Then we talking a little bit. But what I'm saying, everybody's out here rotating joints. So you gotta like figure out who, you know what I'm saying? You online trying to figure out what's the best place and time. You know what I'm saying? So we go to Kroger. The story got wild. We go to Kroger. We get what we needed. It wound up like 4 items. You know what I'm saying? We're in line. And shorty, pregnant, dirty braids. Braids is dirt, like the kind of joints where like you could see the dirt. Like if when she shook her head, you could see the dust fly off. That dirty. That just, you know what I'm saying? You know how like you see people who look so dirty, you start smelling them, and you know they ain't no smell around, but your head makes that, yo, you smell like you homeless. Like that vibe. She's that. She's in line, tripping loud. She sees a chick that she knows. This chick was pregnant, and she got on like the dirtiest clothes herself. So there they just wilding out. They just, and people are looking, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, what? What, you ain't never heard nobody get no? Y'all just out here all uptight. What? Keep staring at me. I guess you want to get into something. Don't think this baby gonna stop me. And I'm like, yo, it's something in the air. I put my face mask on. I was like, yo, let me put my face mask on. It must be something in the air. Like, how did you just go from seeing your homie and being loud with that homie and cracking on some jokes about this and this to purposely targeting people that you saw being annoyed by your loudness and go, yo, let me now target them and hope for an altercation? Like, how did that just escalate within a little time frame of just standing in the line? Like, yo, I seen it. You need to put your face mask on. Don't inhale whatever it is they got in the air right now. It's wild. It's what people like, yo, y'all still got the face mask on. It ain't about COVID. It's about whatever's up in the air at this point. The hostility is in the air. The animosity is in the air. The just, you know what I'm saying? Like, since we came back from COVID, wild violence is just on a whole nother level. Like, dudes and chicks are out here fighting off at the snap of a finger. Like, and you don't even know what. Yo, and I witnessed something get ready to excel from nothing more than like, I hear some ruckus. That's common sense to turn around and look like, yo, what's up with that? Who is that? Since I saw them already through my periphery, yo. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but I broke it down too, didn't I? Anyway, saw it from my periphery, yo. I ain't even need to see anything. I saw what I already wanted to see because I seen them while I was shopping. I seen the dirtiness. I'm like, yo. And I'm at this point in my life where I can look at a chick, especially chicks. I can look at a dude. And be like, yo, he look like he ready to set it off. He looks like he's in the mix of ready to start some joints. He look like he ready to start some problems. Figure out a way to stay out of his way. You know what I'm saying? You see him when you be seeing them in the store. They do little wild, random stuff and they get loud for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo. You know, the type of dudes that when you say, excuse me, they look you up, then slightly move out your way and you're like, yeah. You know, like, yo, come on, dude. We still back in middle school. That's that middle school vibe. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes, you can see them. You can see it in their eyes. Chicks, you can see it in their eyes. You can see it in their vibe. You can just like, yo, this the chick that don't get invited to a lot of stuff because she stay in some stuff. That's her, right there. But anyway, we was there, and that was how that went down. And you know what I'm saying? You see it. You could feel it. You could just it's like it's you know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. We was at Raising Cane at the drive-thru. 2 cars up. Chick's ready to get out of her car. She pulls her car to the side and gets out of her car. Then she at the window. Wildin'. I don't know about where y'all live with Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's is the second most politest place next to Chick-fil-A. I've never... Not at Raising Cane's. Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's. As far as politeness goes, 1, 2. They the top 2 for me right there. Nobody is nicer than Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's. Must be something about the chicken. Like when you know your chicken is good, you ain't gotta strip out. You know what I'm saying? Don't know what happened. Don't know what. And the crazy part is, the people were just like, yo, like, as you can hear them going, excuse, we're sorry, we'll, you know, blah, 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 blah. They gave her the wrong drink. Gave her the wrong drink. She went, oh, no, I ain't order this, blah, 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 blah. We'll take the drink. Nah, just give me another drink. She was gonna keep that other drink and wanted another drink. So she was gonna get a 2-for-1, which, yo, who knows? Maybe she's been somewhere where they're like, yo, yeah, you keep that drink since you already touched on the cup. They was like, well, yeah, just give us that drink back and we'll make you a drink. I ain't giving y'all, like, oh. You know what I mean? She pulls to the side and she's willing to, yo, it's in the air. Rolled up the window, like, yo, put these windows up. Get this up. Put this, yo. You know what I mean? These, and it's wild because our raising came around 3, 4, 5, 6. They all look young. They look like they're high school students. There's no real, like, adults at the window for real. They all look young, and they're, like, chick is crying. I'm like, yo, I'm laughing because I'm like, yo, this is funny. Why is she crying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. It's in the air, y'all. It's in the air, y'all. And going back to Kanye, so then you got somebody like him out here saying this wild stuff, and it's so divisive. Everybody is taking sides. A lot of times, it's not even that they're taking sides that what he said is right or wrong. It's, I ride with Kanye, so I'm going to help make excuses for Kanye. See how I brought that back home? See how I did that? Brilliant. Anyway, let me get up out of here. I don't talk too much. Thank y'all for listening. I don't know how y'all listening. Thank y'all for listening. I see some joints say Alexa. I didn't even know that did it. I see some joints that say the Google Podcast, Anchor. Salute the Anchor, Spotify. You know what I'm saying? I got joints on WordPress. If you follow the WordPress, that's how you get to the Spotify. So salute for that. Yo, it's just yo, we here. You know what I'm saying? We're in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? So iHeartRadio and all that. We got some we're in places, man. So thank y'all for listening. Wherever y'all listen at, however y'all listen. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Big up yourselves, man. And like I said, we will be getting back to the Black History joints. Next week, we might do it. I gotta be close to the 100th episode. We gonna do it big when 100 comes. I don't know what we gonna do for that 100th episode, but we gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, thank y'all for listening, man. And as I do before I leave on everything, I say it. You only live once. That was a lie. They told you that you only live once. They lied to you. You only die once. Anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue the journey to be the better version of yourself and make everything fall in place and do what it needs to do on your path. While you out here doing that and you grinding, let the world see the best of you. Y'all be safe. Peace. See how I switched that up a little bit? That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Thank y'all. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. Love y'all for listening. Thank y'all. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.